Hey, what is going on, everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 Now today. Got some more update content for you guys. So, going into this video, I'm going to be covering everything that you're going to need to know about the ongoing and upcoming winter holiday events surrounding Epic 7. I know some of you guys don't follow the Epic 7 news very closely because you only watch me as a creator, or maybe you're just very casually into the game and you're not really too into all the, fine details of things that are going on. But with this video here, hopefully we'll be able to cover everything, and if something piques your interest, then perhaps you can get on it without missing out. So again, if you want to stay up to date on future Epic 7 events, be sure to subscribe to this channel. We'll be covering all the major updates and any giant patches that are going to be coming out in the future. So starting off here with the main thing with the balance update, most of the changes, I think all the changes here are actually going to be the same. So we're going to skip through all the balance changes. If you want to see a full review of every single unit and all of their kits being changed here, go ahead and check out my video on the channel for that. I cover every single change in detail. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the second big thing here. Bystander Hwayoung, highly anticipated ML5 actually. The leaks for her kit actually made its rounds, and Smelgate actually had to file copyright claims to take videos of it down before releasing the official preview themselves. But again, we have covered Bystander Hwayoung in my first impressions video, the first impressions I've ever done on the channel. So if you're interested in that, go check that video out. I want to make sure to keep the news to the news and all these fine details right to their own respective videos. Link to them will be in the pinned comments and the description down below, though, for your convenience. But yeah, Bystander Hwayoung could be very, very cool. If you want to see her in action, do stay subscribed to the channel, because we're going to be testing her out tomorrow. At least we're going to try to summon for her. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here with the first holiday-related news piece, the Holiday Pass. That's right, the Epic Pass is back here, and typically every year with the Holiday Pass, we usually get a Christmas skin. However, this time around, this winter Holiday Pass here, no Christmas skin, and some people are kind of upset about that. However, they are giving us a pretty cool piece of gear here. I believe it's a level 88 piece of gear. Now, you level up this Epic Pass just as you normally would, and there is an upgraded version of the Epic Pass as well that you typically just upgrade with Sky Stones. So yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal. However, if you're already low on Sky Stones and you're trying to refresh for ML Hwayoung, it could stretch you a bit thin, especially because there's more than one thing going around here this time. So yeah, the Winter Holiday Season Pass, you can just do your missions, right? They have, for example, missions over here for you to complete. You gain the EXP, you gain the ranks, you get the rewards. For all the rewards, they have a gigantic list over here. So there you go. Yeah, this is going to be pretty nice. You see the premium rewards, you're going to get level 88 heartwarming boots. We don't know the equipment set and stuff. I believe it probably should be speed set very universally. Is what they tend to give out. So assuming a speed set with like a speed main stat, right, for the boots, which should be pretty good. Moving on, you also get reforging materials. This is if you get the premium rewards, right? The free rewards aren't really anything worth covering, but the premium rewards this time around are actually not that bad. You also get elemental connection summons. So you get a selection chest of fire, ice, or earth, 5 of them. It was 5 total. I think each selection chest you can only choose 1 bookmark. So in total, you're going to get 5 chests. You can open them all of the same element, and then you get a 4 to 5 star summon of that element. It's, something that's not too bad. It's going to be a random thing. Pretty high % chance to get a 5 star from this. But again, I think it's still like a 30% chance to get a 5 star there. The main thing that's actually really nice here is down here, the very last thing. If you reach rank 30 and you get this upgraded pass, you get the 4 to 5 star light and dark element connection selection chest. So you have a up to 30% chance to get an ML5, right? Light or dark here. with these 5 bookmarks. You also get the 3 to 5 star summon chest here, which is not bad at all. But again, people are going to be banking on this this ML5, right? It could be nice, could be nice. It's a random ML5. You definitely, you know, are not guaranteed. Even if you get an ML5 pull, you're not guaranteed to be something that you may want. It might be a dupe, for all you know. Right? So keep that in mind. But this is a pretty cool reward list here. I think especially the ML5 elemental connections is probably going to be worth it. It depends on the upgrade pass though. Most of the time when they do these epic passes, the premium pass is normally going to be 1,800 sky stones. I think it always was. And it usually came with a skin. However, this time around with no skin, we'll see what they decide to put the value of the pack at. Okay, the next thing is we have another epic pass here, the Legendary Inheritance Pass. We've seen this before. It's like the typical regular, you know, epic pass here. So they're renaming it. They're calling it the Legendary Inheritance Reward here, and you get 4 equipment selection chests and 2 88 accessory selection chests. You can argue that they're not as good as a level 85 selection chest, but they are giving you 2 88 mana stone selection boxes. These are really rare boxes that you can use to reset level 88 pieces of gear. Normally, if you get regular reversion stones, they can only reset level 85 pieces of gear, right? But these are actually really nice because you can reset pieces of gear from Ancient Inheritance or like Nightmare Raids and those types of things, right? Those event equipments that are level 88 that you can't reforge. Lets you get a second chance on those, and for certain pieces of gear, it might be worth it, right? Certain ones from Arena, right, as rewards, certain ones from Ancient Inheritance that you can never get again. Yeah, those might be worth re-rolling for, but we'll see what, you know, what people decide to do with this. We got to see the price of this too. Again, typically this one I think was a little bit pricier than the normal Epic Pass. I don't remember the actual price of it in Skystones, but they blurted out here. It's probably going to be slightly different. They don't want to like commit to a value here and then change it in game later or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what it's going to be. But between the two, if you had to choose between these two, I would probably go for the Winter Holiday one. The Winter Holiday one looks a little bit more enticing, right? Here you get, you know, these level 88 pieces. The equipment's cool, but level 88 gear is definitely going to be subpar compared to, oh, here it is actually. There it is. Special Epic Pass, 2,500 Sky Stones. Yeah, between the two, I'd probably go with the Holiday one because the gear, level 88 gear, definitely still subpar compared to 85 pieces and what you could get when you reforge it to 90. A lot of this stuff is going to be, you know, typical things we see, reforged materials and all this stuff, you know, manifestation stones and things. They're good, but is it worth 2,500 Sky Stones? You can argue yes, because the modification gem selections are actually really nice and valuable. But if I know a lot of people at this time are strapped for resources, and it seems like Smelgate's trying to milk the resources out of us before they drop something special coming up soon. I don't know, just a little theory crafting going on here, right? Perhaps. The side story for young Senya is going to be continuing. We're going to be in week 2 after the maintenance, so if you haven't done week 1, it's fine, you'll still be able to do it, and then you continue week 2. There's some certain mechanics in here, so you do get special bonuses for having young Senya, which, you know, might rub some people in the community the wrong way. However, you know, I don't think it might not be, I haven't played it yet, obviously, but it might not be something that's super important. You just get some extra things like trigger dual attacks when attacking with a basic skill, recovers health of all allies when attacking, increase attack and max health by 100%. You might not need it to clear the content. It might just be something that makes things a little easier to do, right? But again, we'll have to see when we actually play it. I personally haven't even started the side story event, waiting for winter break to dive into that. Okay, next up, the new EE that is added here, Archdemon Shadow. She just got buffed, right? Just got buffed, and she's gonna get a new EE here. Now, some people argued that, hey, this EE could have just been a part of her kit, and you know, they have a point there. It could have just put this right into her kit. However, It is kind of nice to see that extra little stat boost here for her EE. They probably couldn't come up with something else better, honestly. This is a really good effect. So she gets 7 to 14% defense, which is nice, but she's kind of having a little bit of identity crisis here because her Touch of Chaos, which is her S1, it will now trigger a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack when she uses the S1. So you can S1, seal somebody, dual attack with the highest attack unit on your side, right? You're likely going to be a very strong DPS unit. And then afterwards, you're going to proc your extra attack, the spikes that come out of the ground, right? That hit all the opponents. Okay, and then you'll deal fixed damage proportional to your attack. So you could actually do a lot of damage with Archdemon. She's going to be a pretty effective unit, a pretty effective support unit. And again, this is one of the things I talked about in her initial buff video. She doesn't really need to be built with a bunch of like crit chance or crit damage or anything of that sort. I think you can just build her with attack percent and utilize her splash damage and her seal to the max. And now when you can dual attack with somebody else, you really don't need her to be carrying all the damage. She mostly now becomes a sub damage, sub DPS like supporting class, which is actually kind of nice. Now the identity crisis that people were talking about is that now people don't know if you want to build her super fast or if you still want to build her tanky and slower and on counter and such. In my personal opinion, I think building her on counter, maybe a bit slower, is still good. You might be able to pull off, if you're not doing crit rate, crit damage builds, you could probably pull off like 200 plus speed builds on counter set while maintaining good bulk, right? Because you can still soul burn to ignore res for her S1. It's still pretty effective. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. People might just build a super fast Archdemon. If they build a super fast Archdemon, then the question becomes, how is she compared to Knockwall, right? They're gonna be kind of comparable in that they can seal one target and pretty consistently. Knockwall does it once every 2 turns, and she can turn cycle with her S3 to get extra turns, and then Archdemon can do it every turn and she has an S1. So we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be quite interesting. This gives her, and I like EEs like this that give a unit a bit more of an identity, not necessarily focused down on one playstyle, but it gives them a choice. They still do what they're meant to do, but now it gives players a choice like, hey, do you want to build them fast? Do you want to build them slow? Do you want to build with damage, no damage, support, DPS, right? Now you have a lot of options available to you. Some people are theorizing she could be used in cleave or aggro. She very well might be. Dual attacking with the highest attack unit every turn is a very powerful effect. That's why Emma Politis is so strong. But Emma Politis needs a rage buff. Archdemon doesn't, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so yeah, moving forward here, Archdemon looking pretty nice. We're definitely going to rebuild ours and then give her a test run. Next up, Hall of Trials revamp and new boss. So they're finally changing the reputation quests here, and they're renaming them to Abyssal Euphines, Harsetes, Death Dealer Rays, and Astromancer Elena's trials. So there's 4 trials, and it looks like they're just going to be cycling through these 4. I thought they're going to keep going through all the ML5s, right? I thought they're going to add more and more and more bosses. But no, apparently they're just going to be adding, after DDR goes away, they're going to add Abyssal Euphine and Rampaging Abyssal Euphine into the Hall of Trials, which will be available from the 23rd of December. So they're just going to they're going to cycle through this list, which is not that bad, because if they keep the same sort of requirements, the same kind of goals, similar ones at the very least, then it'll be kind of easier for people to figure things out. Now, they could obviously change the unit requirements for these fights. Maybe they kind of solidified this as the list of 4, and moving forward, they're going to make sure that the mechanics change and incentivize you to pull for newer units that come out. Typically, all of these Hall of Trials, the criticism behind it is that they're using the Hall of Trials to push unit sales. And in my opinion, you really shouldn't pull a unit just because they're useful in PvE. Just kind of like how I didn't pull for Fenris, even though he was good for one of the Hall of Trials. I think Harsetes one. I just didn't pull for him. Still managed to get the rewards from Harsetes trial. I just didn't use Fenris. Used a 3-star instead, Lilka, right, for my damage dealer. So there are workarounds, and you can definitely find tutorials for how to beat each of these Hall of Trials on YouTube. Okay, so that is mainly it for this first round here. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering where the Christmas lobby thing is, it will be available after the maintenance, and it will last until the 2nd of the new year, which is kind of nice. I really like this lobby. It's a really nice theme. It's a little throwback. It's been around the game for so many years, so people really want it. People really love it. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the next thing here. So with the holiday events, right, this is what you guys are looking for, the check-in events, the special rewards. What am I gonna get for free? So aside from the holiday, epic passes and such, we have a 14-day check-in event. Now this check-in event is gonna be kind of nice because look at that, day 7 and day 14, you're gonna get a 5-star artifact and a 5-star unit respectively. You're gonna get a lot of energy from checking in, and look at that, some bookmarks, some charms, epic charms at that, which is really nice. A bunch of leaves, a bunch of gold, and some Molagoras to boot, which is fantastic. So that's going to be quite nice. Do keep in mind that you can log in, and the 14-day check-in period starts from the first day of login during the event period. So once your server kind of resets, by the time you're watching this video, your server might have reset, right? So be on it, log in once a day to get the rewards, and then manage to snag everything here. Good luck with your 5-star pulls on this, by the way. You're definitely going to hope for something good here. Alright, so the next thing on the list is the Happy Holidays Gift Exchange event. Now, this event is going to be pretty cool. They actually use as currency, it's a new one called Warm Hearts, and they are this little kind of Christmas topper star looking type thing over there. The Warm Hearts you can actually get from just doing just normal things by logging in, for example, just using energy, donating gold to your guild and such, and then you can take these Warm Hearts and you can exchange them for gifts. Honestly, I really like that they put the donate gold to guild in there. As a guild leader, really short on gold all the time. It's good to have a good amount in the bank, right? So if you guys don't already regularly donate to your guilds, please donate to your guilds. Your guilds need them to keep up the EXP buffs and such for everybody. I really wish they had some sort of incentive for people to donate every single day and not just in this event, but hey, not bad. Anyway, we're getting a little sidetracked here. So, moving on to this special exchange. When you have these warm hearts, you can exchange them for gifts. 1 warm heart exchanges for 1 gift. So you are limited in how many of these you can get in total. So you do have to get lucky to get the things that you want. Now, here is the list of gift probabilities, right? A few categories here. There's 3. There's a 12.8% category, which contains 100k gold, a leaf, rare catalyst selection chest, greater accessory charm, and greater equipment charm. Those are purple charms, by the way. 12.8% to get those. Those are pretty fairly common items here, and no one's going to be super excited about getting those. They're just not bad, though. I mean, it's a free little item there for just doing a little check-in every single day. Right, it's not going to be bad. The 4% is actually a pretty decent category, gotta say. So you have 4% chance for each of these items here. So equipment conversion gem selection chest. You have epic accessory and epic equipment charms. Both very nice. Those are the red charms. You also get epic catalyst selection chest. Probably not the best for veteran players, but for newer players here, probably going to be pretty good for helping you stock up for whatever you want in terms of skill enhancements or awakening units instead of having to go farm them in PvE content. The level 85 equipment accessory and equipment selection chest, those are going to be really nice for getting pieces of gear. You get to select the set that you want the piece of gear to be on. It's always going to be an epic piece of gear, so when you redeem it, the substats are going to be random. However, if you get lucky, I mean, it is still a really easy way to get epic pieces of gear nowadays. Greater modification gem selection chests are also available along with a Molagora. So that's the 4% category. Going to the 1% category, kind of surprised they put this in here. This is one of the worst things you can get, honestly, is 1,000,000 gold. But that's because gold is kind of a worthless currency. We don't really need it if you're a mid-end game player, right? You're swimming in gold from doing just your normal farming dailies. So yeah, that's kind of bad, but the rest of it is actually really good. Reforged material selection chest at at a 1% chance, but these two, the best ones here, Reversion Mana Stones and Returning Mana Stones. These allow you to reset your level 85 pieces of gear, both left side and right side, one for each, right? I forget which is which, but Reversion and Returning, one of them does the left side gear, one of them does right side gear, and you can reset those pieces of gear. So say that you have a level 85 piece with perfect substats, and it just rolled absolutely garbage. Well, the good news is you can reset it and then reroll again and pray that you don't reroll garbage. Yeah, if you get some of these during this event, you're very, very lucky, and that's probably what people are going to be shooting for. I'm going to be hoping for some more Molagoras, always going to be happy about those. Honestly, anything in the 4% category is a pretty sick pickup. But yeah, now, if you're wondering, is this the only way to get warm hearts? Well, boy, do I have an answer for you. The answer is no, actually. Thanks to Huche's pop-up shop, the next thing that we're going to cover, which actually ties into the warm hearts. So, Huche here actually went out of his way to offer us some warm hearts for purchase. For Skystones, you can purchase 1 warm heart for 100 Skystones. There's a limit of 10, so at most, you're only going to be dumping 1,000 Skystones into this, right, to get 10 warm hearts, which means you can potentially get some pretty good stuff. Is it worth it, though? Maybe. Assuming you get some of the stuff in the 4% category and higher, right, up into the 1% category, if you're getting at least like 2 of those things, I think it's worth it to maybe try for that. I mean, out of the 10 things that you purchase, hopefully you're going to get, you know, like at least 4 or 5 of the things in the 4% category if you get lucky. If you don't get lucky, then that kind of sucks, but if you do get lucky, it is worth it, because getting those Mana Stones, getting the Molagoras, getting some of those epic things in there for the small price of 100 Skystones is decent, but it's a gamble. It's a gamble. If you didn't want to gamble with Skystones, you were like, hey, there's 2 epic passes coming out. There's ML Hwayoung I need a summon for. I need a reroll for Mystics in the secret shop. Well, luckily, Huche has got you there too. For a limit of 5 and the small price of 100k gold, you can actually go ahead and buy a warm heart. So yeah, you can spend 500,000 gold in this to get 5 warm hearts and just roll some things and hopefully get something good. Honestly, everyone should be doing this right here. This is, again, gold currency. Some people don't check Huche very often because they're like, oh, it's only Skystones. This is gold, guys. 5 warm hearts for free, essentially. Gold is a worthless currency, honestly. For any mid and end game player, you have so much gold laying around. Dump it into this. It's worth it. Okay? Unless, of course, you're paying 100k gold to get 100k gold. That would be pretty funny, actually. So, out of all of these things, what would I recommend here? If you have these Skystones to spare, if you have it, guys. The Molagora is always something that I pick up because it's one of the most limited currencies right now that's out there. Mystic Metals, I would 100% be snagging these. They're pretty good rate, just because if you're refreshing the secret shop, you're gonna get about the same rate as this, 200 Skystones per, you know, 1 Mystic Metal, the group of 50, right, for 1 summon. That's something that I would personally go for. I typically don't go for Galaxy Bookmarks. You're never guaranteed a 4 or 5 star hero. The 3 stars here for getting a 3 star for 1,200 Skystones just hurts. So I definitely don't do that. All the rest of these things, I mean, most of the stuff is actually not terrible in terms of their value. I would go for the Huche's Lucky Chest. I always gamble on that one. It's pretty nice. And then these Reversion and Returning Restoration and Reminder Mana Stones. The Restoration and Reminder ones, by the way, are the 88 ones. Reversion and Returning are the level 85 ones. They're not something I typically go after. I don't really reset pieces of gear too often. I just continue farming, honestly. The rare times I have reset my pieces of gear with the stones that give it out for free, you're just gambling again, right? With the rolls. So I just farm. I just continuously farm. And with Rift, you can get a bunch of epic equipment, and hopefully you can get some good stuff from there. But if you're saving Skystones, skip those. You don't really need those. Huche's Lucky Chest here is actually pretty cool. So if you don't know, Huche's Lucky Chest is just 100 Skystones, but for potentially really good rewards, right? Even these, like the quote-unquote like bad rewards here are still worth the 100 Skystones. Like if you convert Skystones to leaves, 100 Skystones doesn't get you anywhere close to 3 leaves here. So yeah, I think it's like 60 Skystones for a leaf or something like that. it's so much more worth it to get it from Huche's box. I know some people are like, I don't want to pay for leaves with Sky Stones. I want the good stuff. So yeah, you can actually get some pretty decent things. Powders of Knowledge is pretty good here, actually. It's always good to get those. Mystic Metals at 3%. You know, you're getting at a 3% chance, but you're getting a half price, which is not bad. And then you get like Molagoras, again, something I'm always trying to go for. I've actually kind of stumbled upon the hero summons, actually. Got a 5-star from it one time too. You can get really lucky and get Galaxy bookmarks. But again, if you're looking to really save, you're like, I don't have the Sky Stones. Don't get the Huche's Lucky Box. It's fine. Don't go for it. Just stick to the things that are guaranteed and the things that you really, really want. Keep in mind that Huche's shop refreshes every 12 hours, right? So you can always come back and check to see what other goodies he has to offer us. All right, moving on. Next up, we have some limited holiday packs. I'm not going to go over all these holiday packs, just letting you know that they will be coming out with these. There's 5 of them. Right, so packs 1 and 2 over here, they don't have the prices on these. We'll do an in-depth review on these packs when they do come out. Packs 3 here with the Speed and Hit set gear from Emma Luna. If you guys remember Emma Luna's whole promotion thing where they sold this pack, it's back. It's nice. And you can buy Warm Hearts from this too. It's like a little bonus they throw in. So hey, more things to roll here. And last but not least, we have the packs 4 and 5, which if you want Mystic Metals, it's probably a pretty good time to snag that. But yeah, we'll go over the holiday packs in depth when it actually comes out. But yeah, this is a list of everything that you can get in there, right? Holiday Pack 3 has the full armor set, and the full gear set is right here. So it's going to be the hit set and speed set gear that has 17 speed substats on them. I got this the last time it was released with Emma Luna. It was really worth it the last time I got it. I believe it was only like 30 bucks as well. So yeah, if you have a little bit of holiday cash laying around, you're like, you know, maybe I'll skip a few coffees in the morning on the way to work. You know, hey, you know, a little gear pack over here. Gonna take you, honestly, it'll take you more than $30 worth of leaves to farm for all these 17 speed pieces of gear. So, in my opinion, it's worth it. In my opinion, you know, but well, back then, based on Emma Luna's pricing for the packs, these packs might be differently priced. So, I can't make any judgments on that for right now. We'll do a deep dive into these packs though. So, stay subscribed, stay tuned if you wanna hear about those. Alright, next up, Epic 7's official PC client release. Now, they've been doing a little beta testing, they've been ironing out a lot of bugs and things, and I know there's still some ongoing bugs, but hopefully everything's going to be patched with this upcoming maintenance, and in celebration, they're actually going to give us a bunch of opportunities here, so we'll go over them, right? The first thing is there's a PC exclusive login event. So if you log in using the PC client here, you will be able to get these rewards. It's available until the second day of the new year, right? January 2nd. So if you log in through the PC client for 3 days, you get these neat little rewards. So you get greater equipment charms, greater accessory charms on day 1. On day 2, you get rare catalyst and epic catalyst selection chest, always really nice to have. And then the day 3, you get an epic artifact charm and a Molagora. So both very valuable items, especially the Molagora there. And just for logging in, I know again, some people are not going to have a PC client. I get it. But hey, if you have a friend or someone who does have a PC, or you know, you can try to log in onto theirs, or have them log in for you if you trust them. Try to snag these rewards. But you know, if you miss out, it's not the end of the world. They're not the greatest rewards of all time, right? It's not like they're giving out free ML5 for logging in on day 3. It's just the Molagora. You can get it once per week, right? On a reset. You just buy it from the shop for some conquest points or something. Okay, moving on, we got the limited value pack sale. This is gonna be interesting because they have these 2 packs, a slate pack and then a 20, they call it 20 free covenant summons, but you're buying this pack, so I'll just call it a 20 covenant summon for 7 days. So a total of 140 summons, right, and 3 leaves. So hopefully these packs are going to be pretty cheap, right, on the lower end, because the thing is, if you're buying through the PC client, right, if you're buying things through there, you're not going through Google Play, you're not going through the App Store, and so those platforms aren't able to take a cut of Epic 7's profits. If you're not aware, any app that you purchase things from on the Google Play Store, the App Store, any kind of platform like that, those platforms take a percentage of those of the amount that's made, right? And so Epic 7, if you're buying like a $30 pack, it's not like Smilegate sees $30. Google Play app and the App Store, they have a pretty steep percentage of a cut, right? They take a big amount of it. And so if you're buying through here, the PC client, hopefully the prices are going to be lower, and hopefully they lower the price of some packs moving forward as well, just so, you know, they're already seeing an increase in profits, right? No one's taking a slice of their pie, and hopefully they can pass on some of those savings to their players while still making a profit to keep the game afloat. So hopefully, again, these two packs are affordable. If they are, the Slate pack here, oh man, if that's like a $5 pack, I'm definitely going to grab that. Same thing with this, the Summon pack, right? $10, a little bit pushing it, but you know, still pretty reasonable, right? I guess for a slate is you can imprint any 5-star, so gonna be pretty nice. I think the Slate of Fate or imprinting 5-stars are not limited, but yeah, still pretty nice to have. We'll see though. We'll see. These will be available after the maintenance. Okay. Moving on to the last thing here is the PC client exclusive payment discount event. So, as I mentioned just earlier, see how everything's linking together, guys? Oh man, it's almost as if I planned this video out. Alright, the Epic 7 payment discount event will be held, and you guys will receive a 3% discount for all in-app purchases when logged in through the Epic 7 PC client. So it is kind of nice, actually. This is pretty much a permanent thing. I don't think they have an end date on this, so it is going to be a 3% reduction. However, the discount is only applicable to paid items priced above the minimum amount. So this is the minimum amount. If you're in the US, the minimum is $2.99, $3, right? So this will actually apply to things like the monthly packs. If you're buying the monthly packs and such, this won't apply to like the Burning Passion packs, like the 99-cent Burning Passion pack thing. You don't get the 3% discount on that. Can't have you saving a couple cents there, you know? But 3%. It's not terrible. I know other platforms, like if you go to the Amazon App Store and you go buy Amazon coins, you get like a 10% discount off of stuff. So hopefully they raise their discounts in the future. I know it's a little bit iffy because sometimes if you're encouraging people to pay on your own platform, like the Stove client, for example, then Google and Apple and like those places, they don't get very happy because they don't get a cut of the pie, so then they might kick them off the App Store. So they might be having something like that going on in the background where they're trying to test out the water, see what they can get away with. Who knows? But yeah, 3% reduction, and more of the money actually goes towards Smilegate. So if you want to support the game, if you like the game, and you want to just see it stay alive, I mean, I don't know why you play a game if you want it to die, but yeah, purchase through their app. It's gonna make them some money. It's gonna save you some money with 3% discount. Hopefully, you know, the rates are pretty good for you guys in your regions. I know sometimes purchasing stuff in mobile games are really expensive if you live in certain countries. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I think this is a pretty interesting holiday update. I know no Christmas skin, but hopefully they got something down the line. It seems like they're going to try to milk all the Skystones out of us before dropping some limited thing or a collaboration down the line. But anyway, with that being said though, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.